Alright, how's it going everyone? ZonoBRAH coming at you with a new video. Check out this angle, the lighting is way better now. Thank you for someone who sent me the message about this, saying that the shadow is coming like this. I feel like this is better. Today I'm introducing a new series in my channel called Random Questions. As the title says, I'm just going to take random questions from Reddit, from Twitter, from Facebook, from YouTube, from my comments, and just answer to them. It could be, it's League of Legends related or like me related. If you guys want to know shit about me, I don't know what would you, but whatever. It could be very broad. It could be very specific. I just picked 7 and I'm gonna go through them. Feel free to post your question in the comment down below, and I will maybe take your question and answer it in the video. It could be a very small answer, preferably a small answer that I can answer and move on to a new question, etc, etc. So this is gonna be a weekly thing, I think. I mean, maybe every Monday, I don't know. Let's do it and let's see how it goes. Feel free to leave feedbacks in the comment down below. Question 1 comes from Sil of Soraka. Say, been playing a lot of Janna recently and was wondering how I should play her in lane against tanky support such as Tarek. Picking Janna is a late game investment. Janna doesn't have the best laning pressure. She doesn't poke well, she doesn't defend well, and she's very bad in some 2v2s because she doesn't have a lot of CC. What she can offer though is an investment to the late game because she's one of the best peeling support in the game. The bump from the heal of the ult, the tornado, the slow from the W, and the shield that gives a lot of AD that scales with the AP is really good, especially when you have a hyper carry, Jinx, Vayne, Kog'Maw, all that stuff. Professional players who use Janna as a late game investment again. Like, they want to go and scale late game. They want to wait. They want to have the longest laning phase possible, then a very slow mid game so that they can arrive and level 16 and try to do as much teamfight as they can with a Janna, because it's so easy to disengage with a Janna and it's so easy to defend the AD carry, especially against bruiser like Irelia, Gnar, and other stuff like that. So how do you play Janna against tanky support? You don't want to be very aggressive. You want to tell your support that he should just last it, go for some pokes, but don't go very aggressive because Janna is very bad against CC. If you get hooked by Nautilus, or if you get stunned by Tarek, you would get smashed by poke, and your response to it, the trade you're gonna make off of this poke, is not gonna be much. Basically, you're not gonna do anything. So when you play against tanky champion, make sure you have a good understanding of when is the CC coming, when is this big spell, when is the hook from Nautilus, when is the E from Leona coming off, when is the stun from Tarek coming off, and once the spell is used, you have this window of opportunity of freedom that you can use in lane. And while you're doing this, don't hesitate to ward into the bush and just hit. Just use your hit, put pressure a little bit on the ADC that is trying to last hit, and that's pretty much it. Don't try to do anything fancy with Janna because it's not a playmaker support. You're not supposed to make crazy plays. It's not like the kit is not made for that. But in late game, make sure you do your job. Make sure you peel for your ADC. Make sure you shield at the right time. Make sure you optimize the shield so that the bonus of AD is used and maximized and optimized by the ADC. If the ADC is running away, not hitting, and he's full health, don't put the shield on, because the second that he's not hitting is seconds that, well, the AD bonus is useless. So against taking down in lane, just play safe. Don't be too cocky. Wait for the jungle for opportunities and just tell your ADC, especially if it's your main, to just play safe. Second question from Jeffrey Jackson. What's up, Jeffrey Jackson? Is Pantheon jungle viable? Pantheon, it depends on the elo, but I'm gonna say that generally Pantheon is a very valuable jungle. In early game, it cleans well the jungle. You're pretty healthy if you have the right runes with flat MR and AD and attack speed, and your ganks is pretty easy. You come from behind, you stun, and hopefully you get some follow-up of your laner and you just kill. Plus, the 1v1s against the jungle, like Lee Sin Neely, is pretty much takeable, and with the passive, you have actually opportunities to dive into like the top laner or the mid laner or whatever. Definitely good. Then he has his power spikes when he gets the ultimate, where he can actually surprise people and just jump into the bot lane and make people freak out. The only thing that is bad ultimately with Pantheon is that he's not that tanky. And in the meta today, we really want to have big tanky figures and let the mid and the ADC and the top lane do damage. Thing as well is that Pantheon gets tired. I like to say that, it's like my expression, he gets tired in late game, just like Listen, and he's not as valuable as he was before. Just because Pantheon is a bruiser and he's going to do a lot of damage with his spells, but the more people have HP, the less his spells are going to do a little damage. And if you want to do a lot of damage with Pantheon in the game, you're going to have to build so much offensive item that basically it's not going to be worth it. So Pantheon variable, yes, in late game it gets tired, so you better make plays and get as much advantage as you want in the first 20 minutes of the game. Otherwise, you're probably going to regret it. Is it possible to get Challenger playing Acolyte? My answer to that is it's absolutely possible to get Challenger from any champion in the game. I've seen people playing anything to play Challenger. This is how I see it. It's like, you're gonna play Acolyte. You're gonna start, you're gonna suck because it's not in the meta, and you're just gonna go down. You're gonna go down a little bit, you're gonna go up, you're gonna go down, you're gonna go up. But I feel like you're gonna get so good at Acolyte down the road that you can absolutely get challenged. One of the best examples I have is Westrice. He was a professional SCS player for a long time. His last split was 2 years ago with Complexity Gaming. I used to shoutcast him. I remember he was at Complexity Gaming. He used to play Curse as well, Curse Academy as well. And he's known for his Acolyte. Basically, he plays Season 1, Season 2, Season 3 with only Acolyte, and it's like the Acolyte is for Westrice, what is Anivia for Frogan in Europe, and he showed the world that you can play Acolyte. Same thing with the Rayman, who has been Challenger playing Teemo Top only for several seasons. So it's definitely capable. It's gonna be harder than if you play the meta, I feel. But if you are the best Acolyte top, you crush your lane because you know every single matchup. I mean, everything is possible. Never say never. Do it. Make this a challenge for you. Play Acolyte. Get to Challenger and show the world you can do it. But it's definitely possible on paper, but I'm not going to say it's going to be easy, bro. Thanks for the question. What was the name? Ezwick. A question from Bandit Ninja. Okay, I have two other friends and I play with often in rank. And I would like to know some amazing team comps that work with the dominant queue, meaning that somebody will have to go bot support because you have to take 4 roles in a 3-man queue. My answer to that really depends in your elo. If you're a low elo player, I will always suggest you to play whatever feels comfortable. Don't try to be wombo combo, do whatever you saw on YouTube with amazing play, with everyone pressing R, because this requires not only a good coordination, but a lot of skill. If you're bad in the game and you have a low elo, play whatever feels comfortable and just try to play with your friends and build some coordination throughout the games. But then, when you have built this coordination, the synergy, the communication skills that you have with your teammates, then you can try to play comps like, for me, the best one in Duo is mid jungle or bot lane. But here, you guys are 3 people, so maybe you want to play top, mid, and jungle. Have at least one play jungle. If someone gets support, then play jungle, support, and mid. But always have 1 mid and 1 bot and 1 jungle. I think it's absolutely crucial. It gives you a lot of sense on the map and the communication will flow very easily. This is just from my experience. I think you guys have other experience as well. But I always like to have the mid laner, the jungle, as part of the duo because I feel like the mid laner and the jungle, it goes like this. Like the jungle helps the mid laner win the lane. He gets an early tier 1 turret and then the mid lane roams with the jungle and makes plays elsewhere. Whether the top is someone you don't know and you help him a little bit so he went into the lane, or you and the mid laner counter the jungle, or you guys go bot and make plays with your ally that is support or ADC or whatever. That's personally what I like to do. Some people like to do just bot lane and mid lane or bot lane and top lane. It doesn't really matter. I think this is the most effective way if you guys want to climb. If you want to climb. I said it. Climb. In dynamic. Next question coming from Delebrindle. When should you go Cinderhulk on Amumu? And when should you go Runic Eco? Does it depend on your role on the team composition? It actually does. So Amumu has 2 big potential. The first thing is that Amumu has a lot of AP damage. The second thing is that he's tanky as hell when you get the right items at the right time. This makes a lot of sense when you have a lot of AD in your comp. When you have a lot of AD in your comp, Amumu can definitely be a source of magic damage. But you don't have to build all in AP to do damage with Amumu. And that's what is really good about it. Don't be like, okay, I need AP, so I'm going to build full AP. And don't be like, I don't need AP, so I'm going to build full tank. Try to build a hybrid. Maybe build Abyssal if you have a lot of gold in early. Maybe build a Rylai's. But remember that if you want to choose between Runic Echoes and Cinder Hulk, I would always advise you to go for Cinder Hulk. Because tankiness in early game is way more rewarding. And after, if you want to get kills, if you get kills, if you get enough gold, not only is it going to help you with the Cinder Hulk farm better camps, stronger camps, a longer time because you're going to spend less on potions, etc, etc. You're going to be able to invest more gold into magic damage. So what I like to do is Cinder Hulk, then Abyssal, or Rylai's, depending if you need more HP. But Runic Zico and Amumu, I'm not a fan, personally. But again, if you have full AP, if you have, I mean, honestly, this is something that I would not recommend you to do. And it's not one of the best advice I will give you, but like sometimes when you have very good, like let's say you have a tanky support, you have a very tanky top laner, you have Zed, you have a cat lane ADC, and you are the only possible AP damage. So here it goes. If you have enough tanky figures and you have enough CC and the enemy team comp is not scary as fuck, it means that they don't have a huge engage or they don't have a huge damage or huge killing in late game, then you can go with a lot of AP. You can go Runic Echoes, you can go Zonias, you can go Rylai's, you can go Abyssal, because Amumu is going to do a lot of damage, and if you don't have this magic damage, if you're not scary enough for the team, they won't even care about you and they won't even build magic resistance. So this also is something to be cautious about, because you don't want to be too tanky when your team actually needs AP damage and they already have tanky figures. But there's so many variables to it, there's so many prerequisite before even thinking of doing this, so make sure you take the right decision and make sure you think about it before doing it. Next question from Lol Noob. What would be a good ban in this meta? Normally I've always played with the norms, but decided to do my replacement and went to Plat 1. Any games where I had to ban, I usually ban Ryze, Eco, Zed, Thresh. Any other champion that should be banned. Banning is an essential part of the draft. The more you get up in level, the more banning and drafting is very crucial. And it really depends on your elo how important banning is. In low elo, people tend to play what they're comfortable with. People have less care about the meta. They take less care of what is happening in the higher elo. And the more you go up in the elo, the more people care about getting challenger higher, and they see a little bit what's happening in the pro gamers. So what I would suggest you to ban is, I mean, I can tell you what is bannable in the moment, what is in the meta, what is broken, what is OP, so that you can ban it and take this out of your mind and just forget about them. But banning is actually something you need to think about, and it's actually now in today's draft something that each and every other player has to take. The 3 last player has to ban 1 each. So what I would suggest you to do is, if you're from bronze to plat, I would suggest you to do, okay, let's say you play mid and you have your ban. Ban the thing that you really don't want to play again. No matter if it's OP, no matter if it's broken, and no matter if people are going to judge you for it. Ban the thing that you don't want to absolutely not play again. Let's say you want to play LeBlanc. You don't want to play against Orianna. Whatever, okay, it doesn't matter. Let's say you're bad at this matchup, you hate the matchup Orianna LeBlanc as a LeBlanc, and if this makes you more comfortable going in a game, then ban Orianna. Maybe it's not a good ban, maybe it's not what Bjergsen banned when he plays solo queue in Challenger, but guess what? The game in Challenger is so much more different than your game in Bronze, Silver, Gold, Platinum. Even gold. The game gets different every single elo, and you have to understand that. Banning is not something you need to copy from others. And that's why I really don't like those websites that tell you, okay, this is what's famous, this is what famous people ban, this is what you should ban. This works for builds, okay? This is what the best support builds with Janna, so this is what you should build with Janna. I agree with this 90% of the time. But banning is something very tailored to you. If you really don't want to play against a champion, ban it. You just get this out of your mind and you can play your game properly. Don't ban something that someone else wants to play in your team, and ban something you're really not comfortable playing against, and then banning comes into handy and you can build experience with it. So here we go, guys. I just answered 6-7 questions. I hope you guys like this series. If you did, please post your question down below and I will make the same thing on Monday, next Monday. I hope you guys have an amazing day. I'll see you for the next one. Peace.
You gotta focus on what's real, man.